Good afternoon. I'll be quick. As she said, my name is Gary Murphy. I am a ZZ, and I'm the acting chair and the treasurer of Alpha One Canada. Sorry about this. I just want to share with you some of the achievements that we've done this year. In the past year, Alpha One has engaged in a number of advocacy and awareness activities, providing Canadians with education and awareness about Alpha One, with the goal to increase testing and, most importantly, find avenues for Canadian patients to access treatment. In the past year, Alpha One Canada has hosted an education forum in Halifax and another in Toronto. In addition to these events, which were primarily for the patients and their families, Alpha One Canada is striving to educate the healthcare community about Alpha One and increase testing across Canada. In doing this, Alpha One Canada took part in the Canadian Network for Respiratory Care biannual conference in Calgary, the CHEST conference in Toronto, the National Canadian Liver Association conference in Toronto, the Canadian Respiratory Conference in Vancouver, all the while continuing to meet with deputy health ministers in each of the Canadian provinces and territories on a mission to not only educate health ministries about this disease, but to find a way for Canadians to get equal access to treatment. In the fall of 2017, our Executive Director, Angela Diano, began working with Health Canada. She provided input to a newly developed Health Canada expert plasma panel to assess how plasma-derived therapies should be accessible to all Canadians, regardless of what province or territory they reside in, nor whether or not a patient has insurance to cover the cost of these treatments. The recent Health Canada expert panel report reaffirmed the Crever report references the long-standing principle in Canada that blood and PDPs be available free of charge to all Canadians. Alpha One Canada is committed to ensuring all Canadians have access to this treatment and is continuing to work with Canadian healthcare leaders to create a national strategy for all. I'm proud to acknowledge several stakeholders supporting us in this endeavor, and I'd like to personally thank them today. The Canadian Alpha One Registry, the Alpha One Foundation, Alpha One Global, Canadian AlphaNet, the Family Physician Airways Group of Canada, the International Plasma Protein Therapeutics Association, the Canadian Liver Foundation, the Canadian Lung Association, the Canadian Network for Respiratory Care, the Canadian Society for Respiratory Therapists. Yes, we've got a lot of people that are supporting us. The Canadian Vascular Access Association, the Canadian Association of Genetic Counselors, and most notably, the Canadian Thoracic Society. Alpha One Canada values all donations, big and small, be it from industry or individuals. Without these contributions, we would be unable to strive towards fulfilling our mission. As we kick off Alpha One Awareness Month this November, please encourage your own families, colleagues, and communities to consider Alpha One Canada as one of their charities of choice. I would like to thank all of our presenters here today, attendees, stakeholders for joining us today, and last but not least, I would like to thank Angela and my fellow board members for their commitment to fulfilling this mission. So please join us all now for a reception in the neighboring banquet room to celebrate the strength of the patient community and to kick off the Alpha One Awareness Month. Thank you.